So the highest time frame pullbacks H1 to H4 here. Then we had a CF here. And while current now, that's a CF at a roadblock. So look like we got probably M5 pullback from it. M5, M15, it won't be M30, but not M15. Not quite, kind of close. M5 definitely, yeah. M5 pullback, reject, RVR. I do expect price to come down a bit more because that's a pullback with an M15 breakout. M15 breakout is here. This if you want to play low time frame setup. So expecting one more kind of push down to hopefully deepen into this M15 breakout. Overall we are bullish on H4, but H1 we're bearish. In terms of what I'm expecting is I do want to pull back a bit deeper pullback on H4 breakout. See that H4 breakout here and H1 is there. But if we did do that, if we did have a deeper pullback, H4 will become bearish altogether too. Because H4 has created a support here. The support there. So if that do come, if I do expect a deeper pullback, that would be a pullback to a daily. But for me, for my trading style now, obviously BP is the core bit, but I tend to just look at a zone, like a marker zone, right? Like example. Let's see where's the zone at. Yeah, even this zone here. I mark this zone. And I wait to price to get there. And I'll have another confluence, some indicator confluence. And if they both align, then I just go in. I don't really trade lower time frame much no more. As in like my zone, my M15 zone, M5 zone. Not really. Because I'm not on chart much. I look for H1, H4 zone. I set my alert. When trigger it, email message, I'll look at chart and then place my zone. My indicator is, I'll show my indicator. This is my indicator. This is something that I look for confluence. So when that do happen, I do scale quite a bit. I just like layer. That's my confluence. So yeah, price come to a zone with indicator confluence. To see whether I take the trade or not. I'm mainly on M5 setup. I'm just M5 entry. So right now, every now and then, when I do get a bit bored, I do go for M1 if price is a bit sideways. Because M5 is more of a trending market. M1 is more of a sideways. And 50 pips I go for. When you have 50 pips, I just layer. So my TP is not normally at imbalance. Like example, second example. This M1 here had a setup. Did it come to any zone first? Let's see. I think it took out Asian high. Took out. That's too big. Took out this high here. This high, yeah, Asia high. It did that. Took out Asia high. Jump on a lower time frame. After I take Asia high, gave me point to mark here and here. Wait for crossover. Mark my where the crossover is on the trend line, which is here. Price line crossover trend line. Mark my block. How my block works. Eat previous candle, and but if we're doing BPE, there's my entry zone. Eat previous candle. When price come back, enter, and then my TP would be after this low. It will be the next low or imbalance, which is will be in the next imbalance is here. And perfectly. But now M5's the move, so I'll wait for sorry, that's M1. Then I'll wait for M5. Let's see if M5 moved, because that's M1 TP is done, yeah. Obviously, M5 is different. M5 just started to cross over, so if this does want to move, it will continue. What it would do is give me some points to mark. For example, here's a crossover. This is after. I only look at this after you go into my zone. My liquidity taken, zone taken, stuff like that. So then I have got a couple points to mark. Give me a point mark to mark there. Mark where it crossover. And now I'm waiting for price to come back inside the Kensington, or I did it in this roadblock or the second. Not roadblock, sorry, I'm talking about this block. See if I can catch the move. If not, I'll wait for it. There's a few factor in here. My TP was below this low, and if imbalance, first imbalance, also short of liquidity here. So what I've done in the last 3 or 4 weeks is mixing my BPE with my indicator. This indicator, I had a mentor taught me about this 4 years ago. I think that was the start of my trading journey. So I didn't. While I took the course on, I didn't really done anything with it. It's only recently where I thought, okay, I remember that course really well. The entry model is really brilliant. So I use BPE as my direction and my zone, and then this as my confirmation for. It's all collecting. They're just collecting either sideways or diagonal. This is all just collecting for the big move soon. They collect, they show liquidity, they move, they collect, they move, they collect. So after this collect, I expect a drop here a bit. I didn't get in this sell because it's a bit late. The sell would have been here. I wouldn't want to FOMO it here. ~1, right? What time is it? 2 minutes. Yeah, so this M5 move, you got liquidity there, you got volume here, point of control, and then you got the imbalance here. So, and then we look at it, it looks like it's doing a third push from it. That's the first push, second push. The third push is going to give the minimum of the first minimum, that is first, and this first push to the second push. Let's tap our liquidity now. But it don't look like it's ready yet. The M5 just showing liquidity, so this needs to be hunted, which it did that. So is all this bit new to you? Really? You know what? Your dad know about this, because when I first met your dad, I was doing this actually, and we spoke about it. I was talking about ITC. Did all this is about like 2 years back, and then he got me to Malaysian SNR. But yeah, this is my confluence. Let's see, on high time frame, we got any zone? Okay, we do this zone here. It is H1 and 15. Oh, this is a 50 minute. 50 minute. Okay. There's a new spike it up. Let's see what it did here. Did it complete the third box? Yeah, it just gone over the third box. Where's it gone? Just gone over back, come back up. This trade is still valid as long as this high don't been got taken out. And then this M5, M15. That's what you call a fake move. If that high is not taken out, fake move basically sweep all the liquidity before they decide to sell. If that high is not taken out, so they take the high out, then this move is invalid now. But to be fair, it has done the 3 pushes that we marked here, this to here. So it's already, and it's tapping into liquidity where we marked here. Let's see what zone we got. Like taking the high, no it hasn't. This is the high. Okay. To come back after the H1 breakout, this is BPE. And like we said, it gave us an M5 pullback. Did it give us an M15 too? Oh yeah, they give us an M15. And now, when this kind of close, which is a while away, won't give us a CF. Did it give us an M5? How long left? 2 minutes. So we might have a high risk setup here, which is because we had a low risk first cycle. First cycle was 4 breakout H1 VR CF. Now it's 15 VR. I'm waiting for M5 CF. So that's 2 cycles. The second cycle is high risk. But I wouldn't want to jump in here if that closes that. I mean, look at that candle. Look at that. That's what? 100 pips? 38. That's over 100 pips. I would wait for a pullback if I want to get into a buy. So did that self setup is invalid now because the high is taken out. But funny enough, it's taken out on here, but on IC, okay, yeah, it has taken on IC market too. So now let's see if we can find a buy on a 1 time frame, cut across trend line. Not closed yet. So we gonna, what's this? H1. Okay, gonna be looking for buy now. I changed my narrative now. The sales setup is done. We had 3 push downside. Not quite got a pullback to here. Reason why we're buying is 2 cycle. 2 cycle completed. Well, the first one is sorry, second one is high risk. M15. No, F5 breakout. Yeah. Ideally, I want to see a pullback to this kind of area over here. That is because you're buying here, right? Somehow, most people put a stop loss here, and that's a big of a range for a stop loss. Look like keep M1 breakout. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Let me just answer this phone call. Hello? So, what have we got? So let's patiently wait for a pullback. Might get a pullback here, tapping the zone, most likely, because it didn't give us a pullback earlier. We still have not got L1 pullback yet. So that news is itself. It was 80 pips. Yeah, I think I do expect some kind of reaction around here. Last time I had a reaction here was in Asia. Then I saw again in, well, not New York or New York. So expect a pullback there. Soon you get a pullback to enter here to continue the bullish momentum. So we got M15 breakout here. Nothing on M5, L1 pullback. Well, not yet. It took that liquidity perfectly and ran off, didn't it? Well, on here it didn't, for some reason. But 1019 on mine, it did actually. This is M1, that's M1. Why did not take that? So my one took this, oh yeah, this liquidity, so it did take it. Took that, that's where we got marked. Let me just chart. I want to come down here ideally into a volume as well. This is the and the average is set up not quite crossover. Okay. Waiting to come back to this zone ideally. See if we get anything there. Oh. Ideally 41. But do you want to be safe after coming down here waiting for a bullish breakout? 41, which would be the lowest. What do you think, Rudy? So if we buy this, let's see about TP. TP 51. Let's see. Let's do 154. One, two. Uh, just gave us a bloody CF there, but it didn't go into that zone, so I just do two small lot for now. Two small entry for now. Ideally, I want it in this zone, but it's gave us a CF, so I took that with a new M5 candle. If this close as support as well, more likely price will go from here and it won't reach down here. I did a market wrong. Would have been this doji. That ideally. Let's see. You there, brother? Come back here. I'm gonna enter a bit more. M5. Gonna close the support. Okay, so inside. I can't see you doing much today, though, to be fair, because I had a P tomorrow. The last 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's see. Not much happening. So yesterday, was it Monday? We had a push up, push down, push up. Yesterday, continue push up, side up. Yeah, so over 58, 53, sorry, 40. It's like 40, 47, 60 pips. That's it. No, something like 46, 100 pips. Like 1,000 pips. So it's 1,000 pips, not 100 pips. New CF, okay. So there was an entry here. TP was the next imbalance. So I take the previous high. Take the previous high. What is that? Okay. $51 and 50. A stop loss maybe below this. 51, 50 pips. Not the best. Not ideal. Oh, enter. So twice. 46.23. 46.23. Somewhere there. 51. Somewhere there. Just 124. Okay. I take partial there because let's see what's the next one. Next one is 54. That's liquidity. 54. This one here, yeah. The one was in balance here somewhere. I didn't go too much all out here, reason being it didn't come down to my zone here. But no, I didn't, because that was, I remarked that. This is my original zone. Okay. Didn't quite get there. Make a new high. Okay, if we pull back, I'll make a new high again. Move my stop loss underneath here. Because on a lower time frame, got a high, low, low, high, low, high, 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 low, high, high, high. Let's go for 54. Take some at 51. Or even here, here's the, we need to break this level, FU, attempt, FU. So this level is holding it at the moment. Like this one here. It's here. This candle is holding it at the moment. I want to see break that. And one. So far we have 45 pips. That's because we placed 2 and 2 trade. This level is struggling to break above this level. You see any sign of bearish momentum, then I'm gonna close it because it looks like just reading it. See attempt doji. Didn't come down to close 50% of this candle. So body we're talking about. Let's see. Just above 50. So that's still looking good. Got body in a wick candle, which is not good. If this give a FU candle, then that's sign of reversal. Price disrespected. There's a few candle. Need to go above that. I don't want it to go close underneath here, but that will show us a few candle. Then that show me signs the price gonna reverse. I'll reverse into here for now. Let's see. If we break underneath this, close it early. Yeah, give you a FU candle on M1, which is not good for us. See what I mean? Price drop, so this is the last defense. When our stop loss is here, but in terms of like seeing price dropping further, this will be our last defense. Because if we break this, it's bound to hit stop loss and come to this zone where we marked earlier. Then we can reconsider when they come down here. We have a look, see if there's any bullish momentum to get in on another buy. One, two, one. Oh, two. Guys, 1 minute, guys. Let me make this phone call. Oh, guys, sorry, just need to make a phone call. Yeah, so we finally break through that barrier that we mentioned, and I see says this last line of fence, and it just wicked it and go up. So I'm gonna break even here because we make a new high from here. So really, where my entry, it shouldn't come lower than this. So let me move that to break even first. Where is it? Which is enter 46. Let's do 4650. So we come to 51. That's the first liquidity imbalance back here. And then the next one with 50, 52, 53. That's where's the imbalance gone? Sure, the imbalance in there somewhere. This imbalance here, 50. Okay. We got pulling back again. Let's see what we got on M1. Hey AJ, how we doing, mate? So we risk 3. Shouldn't take this low unless you still want to go to our original area that we want to buy from. We come down here, show me bullish momentum. I'm buying again. But right now we risk 3, and set up. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Good. Just yeah, just busy really. 51 would be how much? 54 too. I took this buy. Just gonna explain to you, AJ, because you come late. I took this buy because we got originally we wanted to sell. I'll tell you why. What we did. We wanted to sell, but we missed it. I think Rudy was here. I'll show you why we wanted to sell. We had H4 break, H1 pullback. When we come in, we had H1 confirmation. We had M5 pullback. We had M5 pullback. Where is it? Here. After this here, M5 pullback. Then we had M15 pullback. And then we're selling here. The reason why we're selling here was due to my indicator. I got another indicator that I use for confidence. I explained earlier. Nowadays, I don't really trade much. I only trade on the 1 hour and 4 hour zone. And when price get there with my confirmation indicator, then I enter. If not, I don't really enter. But yeah, but it did reach our target in the internal indicator. We had this low here. As I marked, we marked from the other one. Here was the first run, the second run, and the third run is the minimum or that. So when price is here on the M1 setup, I was going to look to sell, but then we hit this, and M5 wasn't ready. This was the M1 setup, and then the news come in and boosted up, which gave us a M5 CF because we had a H4 breakout, H1 pullback, H1 CF, now M5 pullback, M15 pullback, sorry, yeah, M15, but then M5, which is high risk, but it's the second cycle. So once this CF happened, I was waiting for I marked my zone, which was this zone here. I probably didn't get there. I think it's reason because I marked it wrong. I should have marked this doji instead. This here. But instead I marked this one. and then probably didn't tap that, but gave us a one M1 CF, so that's third cycle. So I enter on the candle close. I was looking for liquidity on H1, F51 and 54, which is this here, and also I'm sure it has some imbalance on M1 somewhere, but then the liquidity was here on 51. Where was it? Slightly this one. 51. I'm sure there's imbalance in there. The imbalance is here. Did you tap the imbalance? Let's tap into it. Should have really took partial there. Let's tap the imbalance. Didn't take that liquidity, tap the imbalance, but that's not fresh. Okay, that's not fresh. So yeah, we're at break even now, risk free. Reason being, make a new high. Just really following the steps. We had this zone that we marked that was our last line defense. If we break through that, it would have hit a stop loss. But now we had stop loss down here because we had this issue here with this candle. Finally, come down, didn't break through that. Come down, tap this, then break through. So now it look like break even is gonna tap, and I think it's gonna come back to this zone or this zone down here. Let's see on my indicator. I'm on setup. Yeah, look like it's gonna sell. F5 retest baseline. Can we re-enter? No, because on my indicator is showing signs of selling. Well, not yet. It's not. There's no confirmation yet of selling, but it's showing signs of selling. It's hunting liquidity. Got a retest baseline diversion. Just waiting for crossover. I would only re-enter if you come back out again, but right now it's gonna be a break-even trade. Could have been 1-to-1. Where's my finger going? What's going on here? Okay. That was stop loss earlier. Entry is here. Yeah, could have got 1-to-1. Stop loss for that. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna hit break even. No, I wouldn't re-enter yet. On my. Okay. That's break even. Well, not quite break even. I always put it in just above entry. So sometimes you do break even, it's your minus some sorts. No, I'm not gonna re-enter because it shows here. Look like signs up. On M1 anyway. Let's wait to M1 sell to finish first. I'll wait, most likely now wait for a 230 move. See what zone is nice. Got EG breakout here. Is it? No, not quite. if we look. Fine. It's a bit wrong. How's your training, AJ? I watched a bit of your video, yeah. Sorry, I watched a bit of it yesterday. I had to go out, but yeah, man, I look like you find a little gem there with your simplicity. Ah, I can't say the word. You make it look simple now, and it with your strategy. Stick with 1-1, yeah. Follow M30 breakout. I was a bit surprised when you saying that it was in New York. You saying you got a lot of stop loss. Because with the BPE, what I find in New York is tend to be if you're following the H1 and the M30 direction in terms of breakout, it does quite well. So maybe because I don't know, do you wait for VRC as well, or just or you saying that you just want to see if buyer and seller which one is stronger, right? It's the news pip down fail. Oh yeah, that's it is. Yeah. I tend to realize that yeah, the only thing that does bother is the spread, and with the news wise, just the spread. And obviously you can just spike it one way and take it out. But I find that it does follow your H1 direction and F8 direction with the news. So if your setup was going to be, in place, it tend to just follow it. You know, like even with my indicator strategy, if it's a buy, if I got a buy in place, and the news just take it there quicker, hit the TP quicker. So yeah, the only thing, yeah, like it's just a spread, that I'm worried about sometimes because obviously you got stuff lost there and you just go right through it. You lose more than you intend to. So it's tapping to this EF now. Originally the where I want to buy from, but it didn't get there, so I bought it on F1 CF. See here, early on it didn't come there, and I bought off here, but now it's tapping to it. But the M1 look like it just started. Let me see this setting. The setting look a bit wrong to me. Okay, 21. 21, 3427, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean by M1 setup. Crossover. That's fine. Draw a line. Pull back to here. So in that aspect, M5 gave up to the downside, which is a pullback to 18. A QM pullback at that. We in the origin, so might have a little push back, but not much. I do still expect price to come down a bit more. Liquidity, middle London session. What I do with this indicator is I tend to just wait for zone and liquidity, especially on high time frame. Example, this is what I tend to as much. So I just mark out my zone and liquidity. Say that's an all high. I think that happened in London. London holds price. Took that out, and then on here I go to M1. Mainly M5 has been doing a bit M1 now, and I just find my setup. And my setup is rule based. Just I got a few rules, which is yeah. You can see here. These are my rules here. I don't really follow all this under off. You got hunting liquidity, which you gotta have a finance hunting. The way the structure is built, it need to be hunted before I sell, crossover, find a fake move. So still, BP still follow BPB as my direction, but when there's zone and liquidity, direction doesn't really matter much because I only want to take 50 pips. When I know the rules are in place, I just really scared, like really lay it loads. So 50 pip you, I don't know, 20 entry for example, 20 trade. That's what 50, but 500, 1,000 pip, right? Something like that. So here, if you look at your price tap liquidity example, and we can do loads of this back testing if you want today. Look at price return. So yeah, I'll do one here. Here's more better. Here's a proper indicator. So we had that take out here, right? This one here. Take out that liquidity. Then we had. I'll show you now. Let's go on this. Okay, let me M5. M5 more of a guaranteed for me. M1 a bit more noise. M1 is more of a sideways market. M5 more trending market. So you had liquidity taken back here somewhere. Remember earlier, for example. Yeah. So that was liquidity. Pulling into the order block back there too. Then you have a crossover. This Ishimoku crossover. Let me get rid of this. Then you have should give you second point. Once that crossover is done, should give you a second point to mark. So you could mark here, but they give you a lot of chances to mark. For example, you could mark here. Is it ready? Not ready yet. That's on top of that. Is it ready? Not ready yet. Is it ready? Because this is the second point. Not ready yet. Is it ready? So keep marking till I see it's ready. Is it even this one? Is this ready? You look at it. Is it ready? When it cross over, when the price line cross over this trend line, not ready yet. What I mean by not ready is this Kensington and what do you call it? Kinjun line has not crossed over. When this grey line is above this purple line, you want to buy. When it's below, you want to sell. Obviously, we were looking for sell now, right? After taking liquidity. So that wasn't ready. So then, okay, then it is ready. So now they give you another mark. So now price has crossover, so it's ready. Also, it give you a fake move. What do you mean by a fake move? You basically mean It's make a low, high, low, high, 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 low, high, high low, high, low, high, low, and then you went above this, break this out, but the trade's still valid as long as this high has not been broken. So this is called for we take out liquidity, take out all the seller, retail sellers in the right direction before you want to continue to sell. So now we have a trend line of that, and then on N5, N1, tend to enter and candle close. If not, wait for pullback. Not quite a pullback. So if there's no pullback, you wait for the new low. So if you do a new low, a high, low, high, low, then you mark the next order block, which will probably be here. And then when price comes in, you can sell it, and that that's probably don't seem a lot, but to me it's about 43 to 37, 43, 37. What's that? 60 pip, right? And when that get, I tend to lay low, just a guaranteed, and then I would find my TP as in like low. After this low, look for imbalance. Imbalance here is imbalance. Imbalance. If you break that, then you look for next low. Save that I take out most of my trade, and just leave about 2-3 for runners, and then imbalance. So you take out after this low. Which if I enter here after this low, look for imbalance. No imbalance. First imbalance here, the low, liquidity. Next low, imbalance, and then continue looking. If price keeps coming, continue looking. But obviously, got there and then reverse. So you would have obviously along the way we would have moved your try trailing stop or break even, and then you would have got break even here because if you enter here, there. But tend to take most of my trade out at 50 pips. If I enter 20, which is my average entry, about 20, and then just that's it. That's just one trade day for me. It's just a guaranteed trade. That's why I say guaranteed. Nothing guaranteed, but this is like a really strong indicator for me. Like you can do other. Let's have a look at other places. We can do more back testing. Let's go randomly anyway. Alright, you can't go too far because the M1, M5 won't do it. Alright, let's mark any high and low. Low. Let's get rid of it first. Get rid of all this. Normally session high and low that are quite good. Okay. Let's try this low, yeah? Let's just say this low. Price come down there, yeah? And then you go to 5 minute. Ideally I want to go do 5 minute. 1 minute is a bit noisy. 1 minute is more of a sideways market. So when you come down here, yeah, you mark. You got your second mark. This is your highest point. We got a crossover here after tap the low. Okay, so you mark it. Is that ready? No. That ready? No. Okay, that's ready there. Let's have a look. Okay, so you mark it. Oh sugar. So you mark it there. So as price come down, it make a new low. So this is invalid now. That makes sense. Once a new low is making this low after this price gotta be respected. If not, it's no good. So now this no good. Then you wait for a new crossover, which is here. Okay, so you got this marking line there. So you put that line up there. You mark there. Yeah, and then the crossover here. Did that make the low? Okay, equal low. Alright, let's just say that's valid. When we don't know the price. Alright, let's mark it there. Mark it there. Price come up. But when you cross over here, see that it hasn't crossed back over. You ideally want it, if you want to buy, it had to be on top. So that's becoming valid. So the next crossover is here. See that here? So you move along. So your next marking point is here. You can't mark like that. You can't cut through, so you're gonna mark it there. Yeah. So next one, when you come here, is invalid because you make a new low, new low, new low, new. So you kind of like cut out. Well, cut out entry, no stupid entry that is gonna give you hit stop loss. Then you come here, yeah, cross over there, so your new lows there, and then you got cross over there. So this setup is brilliant, it's nice. So you look for a buy, so you mark that zone. As long as this low has not been respected, I mean, sorry, have not been disrespected, has not break through. Oh, bloody hell. Guys, my mouse a bit funky. So that low is not respected, so you mark there. Where's the order block before it? So you got this candle, that candle, that candle, that. Okay, so you got all this. Yeah. So now when price come back here, you can enter there. Where's your? It should have been above this high. Stop loss, imbalance here, but imbalance above the high. Eventually, first imbalance is there. Your TP would have been after this high would have been not TP. TP is your high or your imbalance, so that would have been it. And to be honest, yeah, I would have closed it anyway because it's gone over 50 pips. I like to do 50 pips. That's nearly 100 pips there. So me 50 pip, I would have laid low lows here. And that's it. Then you have a new liquidity taken. So this is session liquidity. And look at the setup here. What time is that? 2:30, right? 2:30 in the middle of the grey box. 2:30. So now we have new liquidity taken. Crossover here. New line to mark. If you got a high point to mark, which is there, you can mark from there. Or you can mark it. This is coming down to experience in time. You can mark it a bit closer. That one there. So the crossover is more or less the same area. So when this happened, price is not has it crossover? Where's it at? Where's it going? Not this one. Crossover's here. Let's have a look. Okay, it had crossover. When we look on the zoom in, it did draw a line there, that's when it crossover. So that's fine. You look for your block. This either. Okay, this will be your block. Didn't come back there, make a new higher high. So this would be your block. Take on higher time frame. When you come back here, enter, but you could have a sell setup here. Why? Because I think it is some liquidity there, some block there. That makes sense. You know, so all I do is find high time frame zone, strong zone, or order block. Like example, if you were selling, market's selling, but the pullback happened. With a pullback, I mark a zone, and with this trading, current trading this trend, I mark the zone, and then after, if you're buying from a downtrend, you want to take the high low. That makes sense. Did I explain that right? Let me tell you. So basically, how I mark my zone is if price was going down. If I want to sell from here and the sell setup happen, is normally a zone. And if I want to buy from a downtrend, is normally liquidity. Because after take previous low, you find a setup because they tend to break the low, right? You tend to break a new low when you're on a downtrend, and on an uptrend, same again. You want to continue to buy at a zone and trade a pullback after take liquidity. That makes sense because you're on an uptrend in it. You're gonna obviously break the previous high, and then after the previous high break, you're gonna look for setup. So what I do. Example like here, look, uptrend. of trend, you mark your zone, any setup there, and then if you're selling, you might take out previous high liquidity, previous high liquidity. Liquidity, and then you look in there, I'm sure there's a setup in there, and then come back to the zone. Because obviously you can't take liquidity unless it's a fake move, because otherwise you would change direction, you're breaking a lower low. Yeah, so this is what I've been working on lately, following BPE kind of structure as well. I do look at that as well on high time frame though, and then but here to find when prices like this, I don't like it. It's too sideways, you know. But we did had a sell yesterday on a live stream on YouTube live stream. Sorry, sell buy yesterday. What happened? We had a H1 pullback after H4 bullish break, right? So had a H4 bullish break, H1 pullback. So I had my roadblock marked, which is a hidden base at this one here, because both wick are the same size. See the wick? If you look at it, more or less similar size. The wick, that wick, and this wick similar size. So they to me they're very strong. Instead of this here, one this wick's bigger than this wick. So I had that roadblock mark where after I had that H1 break to the downside, I had this roadblock mark. This one is a nice one because look, both wick on both sides nice, you know. So when price got here, I had an M1 setup. M5 setup come a bit later, but M5 didn't give us much. And then we had a cycle as well. Where was it? Where is it? Which one is it? This one here. So we had M1. So obviously it will start from lower time frame first, right? You know, always start from lower time frame. So you check. Okay, when price hit our roadblock, any crossover yet? Any crossover yet? Any crossover here? First crossover. So my rules are liquidity, yeah. Or liquidity or dealing point. Dealing point basically roadblock. So like I said, if I'm buying and I'm price pulling back, it come to a zone. They look for hunting structure. Hunting structure is basically knowing my structure and how. So my structure. Oh, my structure. There you go. Oh, shit. My structure would be looking at old chapter. This is what I call one chapter. So I see price coming down. It is showing liquidity here, showing here, hunting, and then hunting. There's two ways of hunting. Either give you one big candle, which is normally a W pattern, M pattern, or three little move like this here. So you got 1, come on, 2, 3. After you done 3 pushes, so pushes you can look for it here somewhere. 1 push, 2 push, and this third push is the actual one that does the hunt. So I tend to do 3 pushes most of the time. Pullback tend to be 2, but yeah, sometimes they do 3. But I notice with a pullback they tend to do 2, but on a trend they tend to do 3. So I know that we into the roadblock, we done a hunting structure, we had a crossover, because that's the next move, right? We had a crossover. We look for accumulation break, but that's a bit more deeper. We recognize that this is very powerful. Once you know you can mark this, recognize this, that's when price can move. Price really move. What does it mean by that? So it means basically like sometimes price just stick around, right? You know, you set up this, stick around, yeah. But then it actually doesn't move ready when it actually hunt diagonal liquidity. So you got that diagonal liquidity there, but this is not a really good one. You tend to find them on imbalances. So they tend to make high, low, high, basically high, low, high, 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 low, high, high. Like, okay, it's not happening. Doesn't matter. So then once you hunt the diagonal liquidity, you just fly from there. So it won't go any more sideways. So yeah, so let's follow the rules. We had a crossover. We had a second point to mark. Any high point you can mark here as a highest point because it's higher than that anyway. So that crossover there, is it ready? No, that crossover there. All these are like points for you to mark. And then I know that it will take us showing liquidity, so it's ready to go up. There's a bit more about TDI and this, that, you know, there's a bit more, but this is simple. I'm just so simple. So you have that. You mark your block, fighting return to it, that's fine. Make a new low, new high, back to block, buy again, you know. And the block, this kind of blocks are really strong. You tend to look for this when you have wicks on both sides. Oh, that's similar size. I don't mean doji. Dojis are when this is like really tiny, right? Dojis are like, oh shit. Dojis are like this, right? I'm talking about any size body candle, as long as the wick, both wicks are the same size, they're quite powerful. They tend to have a reaction from there. So yeah, so we can buy this buy, which I did. And then you look on structure, he also gave me like on structure BPE, he also gave me a plus setup at the same time. So yeah, this is what I've been working on lately. Coming back to my old teaching, this is what I learned 4 years ago for my entry. Just a bit more better win rate. I'll probably just fly over your head there, innit? Like indicator play with it. There's about, I don't know, about 20 indicator. Here's the indicator list. But obviously I don't use them more. It's just different. Like this time zone thing is really strong. I'll show you now. You know what I mean? I don't know if you mentioned hear me in the group chat. I mentioned about 8:30, 2:30, and 2 a.m. Yeah, I've got the indicator box that show me them boxes, and we look at it. Okay, that's too far. This grey box, you see the grey box? Price reverse from there, innit? See that? Price reverse from there. And what time this? 10:30, which is UK time 8:30. So 8:30, 2:30 in the afternoon, which will be coming up now. Oh, what time is it? Oh shit. Let's but it's not really into any kind of zone. No, I'm not even gonna look at it. See, when prices like this, I'm not even looking at this. I want a nice, clear setup. So that's why sometime now I probably get. If I'm on the chart like for an hour or two, I might find one or two sets, but I rarely get that time lately. So you look at it. You got 8:30 reversal, 4 o'clock, which is here. That's exactly 4. Pull back, come down. 2:30, not quite there, but you know, most of them, you look at it, they tend to, obviously, you know, I know what time that is, isn't it? The session time, the important time. The grey boxes are the one that make you want to move, and then in the middle of Asia is where they make the move. Here, little pullback and continue the trend. Here, after reversal at 2:30. You know, it obviously is not always going to be at exactly that time. It just be too easy then. But you notice around this grey box, you have reversal, grey box reversal, grey box reversal, grey box pullback, then continue. Same here, pullback, continue, reversal. You can see that, and then obviously there's more box within this kind of boxes, which is okay. It does do it. Like the way to do that is okay. This grey box here, liquidity. This a bit lighter white box, liquidity. Once you've done that, you give your setup. Look at that. Take that. Go back up a bit. This here. Take that. Go up. There's a box in here somewhere. Take that. Come down. Take this. Go up. Didn't take this low. We'll take this box. Go up. You know, a lot of them like there's hidden gem in them in certain time. I think there's about 8 boxes in a day, 8 or 7. But the main one I look for is the grey boxes, the dark grey box, like this box, and then Asia time in the middle Asia 2 o'clock. So like that's the kind of time frame I look for now. If I can get in chart at that time. But mainly I look for liquidity taken and into my zone. Just like, any liquidity. Asia low taken out. I wasn't I'll put this time, to be fair. I didn't take this trade, but you can see, like, let's say Asian low takeout, M1, M5 setup, So that's Asian low. What's the first rule? Liquidity. Second rule, hunting structure. What's the hunting structure? Okay, you got 1 push, 2 push, 3 push, liquidity taken. Even here, there was liquidity, showing liquidity still. Liquidity is like basically a shark fin, they call it in, I don't know, you ever, what was it? Steve Murray, BB, so I can't remember what he used to teach. I'm sure you guys heard of him. So with this price line outside the blue line, which is outside the ocean, shark fin they call it. That's liquidity, which is here, taken out. And when it's taken out, it does the structure again. Look, 3 low, 1 mentioned earlier, 2, 2. Well, the third one's in here somewhere. Yeah, that's a liquidity hunt done for me. 8 liquidity, the previous liquidity taken for me as well. 3 pushes down already. Crossover here. Second point to mark. You can mark here. You can mark back there, wherever everything's best. But along when you're buying, it's gotta go down. When you're selling, the trend line gotta go up. Break that. Mark where did it break from there. Find your block. So eat that. Where you look on higher time frame, all that's one block, right? Like, see, all that's one block kind of thing. So, and this is something else about all this volume. So I would have marked. Say, okay, let's not do hard. Let's mark there with pricing, get there, come back, do another push. We got this doji. Remember I said about this wick, this candle with the same wick on both sides. Where is it? Here, this one here. Wick on both sides. That's quite strong. You do a test of it. You look at it. Wick on both sides. That's why. That's the reason. That's why I marked it wrong earlier. I marked this instead of that to get that. Every time frame. Every time frame. Look at. I don't know. Had one. I was marking this one yesterday. Looking for price to come back to here. First, this one respected. Then make a new one here. Respected. Now just we make a new one here. But yeah, that is what I tend to look for now. I mean, in the morning I wake up, I do my BP kind of direction, then I know what buy I'm selling, and then I just go and mark my zone and my liquidity, where is it, and then wait for price to get there, and then wait for all the rules to align, and then yeah, I take it. I don't. There's a lot more. This is just the rules, but there's more to it than that. And I tend to only look for 4 main moves that I look at this lot. It's just like, believe it or not, my mentor said to me, yeah, if I follow the rules, yeah, try hitting a stop loss. So he's guaranteed that I won't hit a stop loss if I follow the rules. And I teach this to one of my students, and to be honest, yeah, he's doing really well. I think you know him, AJ. I think you know one of my student. Who is he? I don't mean one of my student here. I got 6 students that him. Okay, you can't see, can you? Okay. So this geezer, yeah. You know him, don't you, AJ? Because he said he knows you. And I took them on because they showed me. I don't charge them a penny, I mean, I don't charge no 1 penny. I'm not doing that at the moment until I'm actually like made my million. Then I can okay, then here's my proof. But yeah, I've shown the strategy, and ever since, I don't know if you put it on here somewhere here. Let's set them home. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where's it? Maybe CMP. It took even though the guy that I taught that at the moment, the rest of them are teaching them BPE, and I'm sure it's in there somewhere. But anyway, he took about 13 trade and only one hit stop loss, and that one hit stop loss because he marked it wrong, you know. So he's doing well in that as well. But he's kind of patient in it. Where's my bloody? We're not working. Okay. So yeah, so that's what I do now, kind of thing. I've just kind of like mix what I learned and then just put it and just to use my own strategy now. So I'm not really fully BPE. I'm just wow. My main entry is from this, from after this. Yeah, thanks, bro. Yeah, it's been a long journey, but I can only say, yeah, I am really happy with what I got now because this one I learned, this entry I learned ages ago, but then I didn't have the patience. You know what I mean? I didn't have the patience, and after learning more along the way, Malaysian SNR, and then lately learned Barney, and I just thought I need to put all this together, and this is what I did, and and yeah, it's I mean yeah, it is really good. You can see so you can test it out. I mean you gotta know the rules first to test it out, but it's, and gold, especially gold, is mainly liquidity, mainly just stop loss. Like if even you wait for it here, like you wait for this to be taken out and then follow the rules. You know, any liquidity if you go in, I mean, wait for this to stop out eventually. Wait for this to taken out. Just mark all your liquidity point. You know, let's see where you take it. Like that's what I got them to do at homework by one. Like one of my students, it was just that. Just mark your liquidity, and or your if you're going down, hit down, and then you're having a pullback. Mark your roadblock. You know, because they know the roadblock now. Whatever time frame VR is, that's your time frame roadblock. So mark that roadblock when price get there. Does the lower time frame give you entry setup? Like example, like I don't know if price will come back to here. Well, let's come to here because otherwise price won't come back. Uh, let's see. Let's mark our liquidity because marking roadblock is on the trending market, right? So you can even this like you can have like okay this EF here. So that on that EF on the lower time frame probably break a through level. We still use that concept. How many breakout did it do? Things like that. To mark our sign. So now when price come back here, did it give you a setup? Do you know what I mean? Like you got an M5, and then you just again follow the rules. What is the first rule? Yeah, what's the first rule? We got like this. We got liquidity, dealing point, hunting structure. Yeah, they're the rule, right? So you just wait. Okay, into our dealing point. Then what? As you finish the structure, I've got 3 pushes. Has shown liquidity, here, showing liquidity. Has he hunted it? Didn't hunt on this time frame, but I bet you on M1 he had a hunt. So go on M1. Would it be in here? So you look, hunt big candle, sideways, diversion. So you got, when we say about structure hunt, 1, 2. Where's the third one? Okay, so only give you 2. When I say about hunting, I'll give you 3 small hunt or 1 big candle. That's hunting there, and then you just follow it on, yeah. But like I said, I tend to do M5 for my um for my entry. So you got hunt crossover. Where's the crossover here? Crossover here. Where's the fake move? Fake move here. Where? That's your second point in the drawing. You got your second point in the drawing there. Where's the trend line cross? Cross here. What I mean trend line is this here. So where's my block? My block is behind this line. Behind this line. Liquidity E there. Entry there. And then my TP again after this high is either imbalance and things like that. Your CAD. Last shift. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Thomas. How we doing, mate? Uh, yeah, I'm doing good, brother. Hope you're well. Yeah, we're just talking about what I've been getting up to lately. That's good to hear, brother. I'm glad for you. Happy for you. In life, in trading, in everything, yeah. Let's see, current market. Alhamdulillah, very nice. So yeah, we didn't want to take that buyer earlier after we got break even. He should have took a 1-to-1. This M1 move not done yet. But like I said, with this price here, it just sideways. It's just waiting for tomorrow, right? So things like this I don't like to trade. I suppose I could mark like liquidity here, but that's not even a nice clean liquidity. And we're kind of at the point of control. I can see it coming, continuing upward, because we got H1CF at this level now. Unless what time is it? What time is it? Oh sugar! I can't get my daughter. Oh sugar! Alright, I gotta. Guys, I gotta go. Yeah, I didn't realize the time. I gotta pick up my daughter from school. I'm quite lucky I have realized it. Sorry for those who's joined late. Well, we've been here for about how long? Nearly 2 hours. I didn't realize time fly that quick. Yeah, thanks for joining, guys. But yeah, like I said, main concept still BPE, but I use this as my entry now. And I think it's recorded, so those who don't understand what I'm doing here can watch that. But yeah, hope you all guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week, inshallah. Take care, guys.